It's Tuesday today. I've had a day at home or at the house that I'm looking after doing some admin stuff, and I've been setting up and planning for my first event, which is really exciting. I'm going to have a fun day here at the yard in May. So I've been sort of planning that, and I started advertising it today, so that's really cool. Really excited for that. I'm just about to do Ginger's stretches and do a few tricks with him because he enjoys doing that, and it's getting a bit dark out and I've got a little bit of extra time tonight before I go to work, so I thought I might as well make use of the time that I've got. So we're going to do some bits and bobs in the barn, so I thought you might like to see. On this week's vlog. So this is something a little bit new. I'm going to do a product review, and it's something that I really would like to make a regular feature on the vlog. Maybe do one a month or maybe more than that, I'm not sure yet. So but I thought I would start with this here. So this is called YUMOVE Horse, and I've been using it for about a month now. Well, Ginger's been using it for about a month, not me personally. And it's a joint supplement specifically designed for the care of the older horse. Now, Ginger is only 14, so he's not really what you'd class as an older horse yet. But what you might not know about him is that he had an injury when he was a racehorse, a stifle injury. And it never really healed properly. So unfortunately, about 5 or 6 years ago now, it all sort of came to a head and he went very lame, it unfortunately caused him to have to be retired from ridden work. With sort of careful help from the vets and lots of rest and then some rehab work, he did come sound again. Unfortunately never sound enough to be ridden. If you sit on him, then the weight of a rider just doesn't help him at all, and it sends him lame again. The stifle joint just isn't strong enough to take a person as well. But he's perfectly sound to do things on the ground, as you can probably tell if you've seen any of my videos of me playing with him. But he does just need a little bit of extra help just with his joints, because he is starting to develop some sort of signs of arthritis, which is, you know, completely to be expected with a horse of his history. So he does just need a little bit of help. And in the summer, he is on the Dodson and Horrell mobility joint supplement. I like to try and keep supplements and feeds as natural as possible, and that is literally all herbal. It's all sort of hedgerow herbs, and that really helps him out in the summer. That's plenty, that's just what he needs, and that really helps. But this winter, as we came into winter 2017, it was kind of the first year that I sort of found him, you know, that just not really being enough for him, and he wasn't lame by any stretch of the imagination. He's always a little bit funny on his back end. He's, you know, he kind of, as he walks, he twists his feet, but that's all kind of coming from the stifle joint. But the biggest thing that sort of changed is that when I'm picking his feet out, he couldn't hold his back legs up for very long, and unfortunately what's happened is over time, because he was compensating for weight on his left stifle, which was the one with the injury, he was putting all his weight on his right stifle, and that unfortunately has caused that to have a very similar problem now in the joint. So he has problems now in both stifles. So he was struggling to hold his feet up while I was picking his feet out, and my farrier was having trouble as well when he was trimming him. He just, you know, he couldn't hold his foot up for long enough. His stifle would lock and it would become quite painful. So my farrier actually recommended this supplement, this YUMOVE supplement. So I thought we'd give it a go. And yeah, so it's called YUMOVE Horse, and there's actually two different types of this. I think there's YUMOVE Horse and then there's YUMOVE, I don't know if it's a performance one or something like that. It's for sort of, it's a higher level one, you know, if you're going to be actually going out to competition and things with your horses. It's made by Lint Bells, and their tagline is excellence in equine. So it's a joint supplement. It aids stiff joints, supports joint structure and promotes mobility. It soothes stiff joints, aids joint integrity, maintains mobility. It's a unique triple action joint supplement for your horse, specifically designed to help ease stiff joints and support joint structure and mobility. So it contains green-lipped mussel, which is high in omega-3, and that's what soothes the stiff joints. It also has glucosamine and chondroitin, something like that, which provides the major building blocks of cartilage, the tough connective tissue that protects the joint. And the problem in Ginger's stifles now is that he doesn't really have any cartilage in his joints, which is what causes them to lock, because basically where you'd normally have cartilage between the two bones like that, he doesn't, so it kind of presses on itself. So when he's moving, it kind of has that action, which isn't very comfortable. So this actually increases the cartilage in the joints, so that's always going to be good for him. I can't pronounce some of these words. Hyaluronic acid is a major part of the synovial fluid, which helps lubricate and cushion the horse's joints. MSM helps to support strength and elasticity. And then added natural antioxidants, vitamin C and E, neutralise free radicals, helping to maintain joint mobility. The Lint Bells Equine range, founded on sound nutritional science, provides effective, high quality and easy to use nutritional supplements to offer the very best in joint, skin and hoof care. They won the Queen's Award for Enterprise Innovation in 2016. It's made in Great Britain. It's FEI and BHA approved, so there's no banned substances if you wanted to compete with it. Yeah, and it's really sort of basic. It only has 5 ingredients. It's really high in vitamins, so yeah, and you don't really have to use a lot. You use, for a horse around 500 kilos, you use 1 level scoop. And this is a new pack, so I'm not going to actually open this because it's going to go everywhere, but the scoop is probably like about that deep and about that wide, so it's really not that much. This is the 900 gram pot, but you can get bigger ones. But this has lasted me about a month. And I think it's about £20. I will double check that and put it in the bio of this video, but I think it was about £20. So yeah, my farrier recommended it because he obviously was struggling to trim his feet, and he said this is really good. He's seen some really, really good results with horses. I think he's used this on one of his horses as well. So yeah, so the plan is to use this for the winter, and then move him back onto the Dodson and Harrell mobility for the summer, but he's been on this for about a month now, and I can definitely see an improvement. He's so much better just from day to day picking out his feet. He's holding them up with no problem whatsoever now. It's really not a bother. He's had one visit from the trimmer in that time, but we'd only been on it about 2 weeks, I think, at that point. So, you know, couldn't really see that much difference at that time. But he's got the trimmer coming out next week, and I do think he's going to see quite a substantial difference in him, because I definitely can. Yeah, he seems quite happy. It's because it's got the green lipped muscle, it's got a little bit of a kind of fishy smell to it. And he's quite a fussy horse with his feed. So when I opened the pot, I thought, oh, I don't think he's going to eat it. And that's why I always buy like the smallest pot you can buy first, just in case. Because I've made that mistake before. I've bought a massive box of something and he won't touch it. So for the first couple of days when it was in his feed, he did kind of sniff it and be like, what is this? I'm not sure if I like this. But actually after that, it's not been a problem. He eats it every day. He's quite happy with that. I just make sure I mix it in really well. It's just in a powder form. Yeah, it's really easy to use. You get a really nice sort of long handled scoop in there as well, so that you can reach right to the bottom of the tub. Yeah, I'm really impressed with it so far. So what I might do is like an update on this, maybe in another couple of months' time, to see if it's still helping or if we've changed anything at all. But yeah, the YUMOVE horse joint supplement.